Right, folks. Now, this is coming out on Blue Van Man 2.0, as you're well aware because you're on this channel. On Blue Van Man 2.0, I do tend to swear a little bit more. People on the other channel, I try to limit it, I try to control it. But on here, there's no money being made, it's just me having a rant and giving my opinion. Right? So, be prepared for swear words. I'm going to review Money in the Bank. What I did, people have been asking me to review the WWE and give my opinions. I have been watching WWE for the last 40 odd years, right? It's been a big part of my life. Raw, SmackDown, whatever it was, I used to watch the lot. And I've got fed up with the WWE. I'm bored of it. I'm bored of bloody Brock Lesnar. I'm fed up to the back teeth of Paul Heyman coming out like, I'm the advocate of Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you what, Paul, take Brock Lesnar and fuck off, right? Because Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are killing wrestling. You've got all these lads that are coming through, new talent, fresh talent, raw talent, want to be the best, want to get to the top of that fucking ladder and get that ring, right? But they're not being allowed to because of idiots like Brock Lesnar. And I tell you what, I couldn't give a fuck if Brock Lesnar comes over here, holds me down and puts me in a fucking anaconda arm block or whatever it is. I couldn't care less if he F5s me on top of the van. I'm not bothered. It's the truth. It's fucking shit. It's boring. It's the worst part of wrestling there is at the moment. Brock's had his day. He's been to the bloody UFC, got his arse kicked, and he's no longer wanted there. So why the fuck do we want him in the WWE? Now, people have been asking me to review pay-per-view events and give me opinions. And I'm quite happy to do that, to be fair. I'll actually go out my way to watch stuff now and try and do it. I've not subscribed to the WWE. I knocked that on the head months ago. In fact, when Brock got the belt and he never showed up, I just stopped it. Because I used to like watching all the proper era, the Attitude era, the Stone Cold era, and all that. I loved to used to watch that, and the Monday Night Raws, and just go back and look at wrestlers' careers, and how they started, and how they actually worked, and how they grafted, and they could get a chance, and there weren't no wrestlers brought back just to sentimental bias. There's none of this. Right, now, don't get me wrong here, Rey Mysterio, he's been a classic wrestler, right? He's been a classic wrestler, but they've dragged him back again. He's 44-year-old. There's got to be wrestlers out there who can wrestle and entertain if you give them a chance. We'll have the Zimmer Frame World Championship at this rate, the WWE Zimmer Frame heavyweight title. It's shit. We've got the Hardy Boys come back again. Matt had retired. He's come back again. It's crap. It's boring. We don't need it. We don't. Yes, it's nice to have them pop up now and again for a nostalgia thing, but we don't want them. We don't want them. There's loads of people out there, and they just. I mean, I like Jericho. I like Jericho because he used to come in, wrestle, give everything, go. Do his tour, come back, give everything. I understand that Jericho's got another career outside wrestling, and I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live with the fact that Miz, he comes in, wrestles, goes off, makes a film, comes back, wrestles. I can live with that. It's brilliant. I understand they've got to make a living, but don't just keep the Dudley Boys. They brought them back, and then they just like used them. I don't know. It's hard to say that. You know, I mean, when the Hardy Boys come back and they actually got the bloody titles at the bloody wrestle, what the fuck was that all about? Anyway, what I'm going to do, folks, I went on YouTube this morning and I've watched Money in the Bank last night on one of these things where it's about 45 minutes long, right? They just go through the matches, and that's what I want, to be fair, because I'm not paying for it. I'll be fucked if I'm paying for it. So what I did, I've gone down, I've made a few notes, and I'm just going to go through it, right? And then what I'll do is I'll elaborate on what I think. So first off, we have the, now there's spoilers here. I will be giving the results, so don't fucking moan if I've given you the results. You've got fair warning. The results are coming out. If you've not seen Money in the Bank and you don't want to see this, just stop now, right? And then come back later on. Have you gone? Right, you've gone. If you ain't gone now, fucking tough. Right, Money in the Bank then, here we go. We had the women's one at the beginning. I do like the women's wrestling, and it is entertaining. The girls are really good. They're getting really, really good. You know, they're putting the bodies on the line. I don't understand why some of them were missing. I don't know. It just seems funny that Bayley's won, and obviously what happens, I'll tell you later. She'd won, but where was Nia Jackson? Were these injured? I don't understand. And who's the Superfly's daughter? God, fuck me, I can't remember the names. I've gone again. You know, there just seems to be so many that weren't there or didn't get the chance to do it. Nikki Cross, I think she's brilliant. Nikki Cross could rule the world. She is absolutely mental, but she's got this normal vulnerability about her where she can really sell a character. And yeah, I think Nikki Cross could be good. But as it happens, Bayley won. She got the belt. She got the briefcase, and there's a pigeon walking along the fence down there. And yeah, Bayley won. I just don't understand why they can. I don't know. I don't think Bayley needed to win the Money in the case, Money in the Bank to get pushed. I think they could have pushed her in another way, and we could have had another younger wrestler, or wrestler who's not, you know, who could have took the title in that way. Anyway, Joe and Rey, we had Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio. But they both give the best, don't they? I mean, Rey Mysterio, he's 44, and this is one of them things where I don't understand is why are we still bringing back these bloody wrestlers? Yes, and giving them belts as well, that's the thing. There's got to be better wrestlers out, not better wrestlers, but there's got to be wrestlers who are doing the graft now, who need to come through, who ought to be given the chance. I mean, I'm not a fan of Sami Zayn at the moment, his character. But, you know, he could have done something last night. He was put into the Money in the Bank and then he's taken out. Or is there? So I don't understand what's going off. It's you've seen Money in the Bank, so what am I saying about spoilers? We don't seem to be putting all these wrestlers through and giving them the chance and making them the stars that they are, because you look back at people like Stone Cold, all of a sudden it was just one thing, weren't it? It was his 316 quote, and he won the King of the Ring, and that was it. He was gone. He was fucking miles. He'd gone so far in the space of one night. It's untrue. So yes, Samoa Joe, he's been in the TNA and all that, and it's nice to see him there, and it's nice to see him getting belts. But you know, Joe's like 40 odd. And Rey Mysterio's 44, I think, or 45 or something like that. You know, there's younger lads out there who can be doing this. Shane and Miz, it looked a classic. It looked an absolute classic. Really putting his body on the line. I like it because Shane's doing the thing that Vince did with Steve Austin in the day when they were like, it was boss kind of the employee. And let's face it, it was said at the time, there is times when you'd love to be put in the ring with a boss and just batter him and beat him up and stuff into it and try and show him sense. And the thing with Miz and Shane, it is working quite well. And I loved how Shane got out of it. It was brilliant. It was just, you know, like on the spur of the moment and that kind of thing. It was good. And it did look a real good match. I quite enjoyed watching the highlights. I like watching match of the day kind of thing into it, the best bits. But the pair of them give everything, and Shane, he really does love the business, and it's great to see him back. And even as a heel, he's good. He's good. I like Shane. Ness and Davani. I don't know about this cruiserweight thing. It's a good idea. They've got all the lads there. They've got them there. But most of the wrestlers nowadays are cruiserweights anyway, so I can't see the point in it. I suppose it's just a way of giving a title to somebody, but we'll see. But I don't like this thing when they come into the arena in cars and like, and the fucking cars, just come down the bloody ramp. Play your music, come down the ramp. I don't want to see you in a BMW. I don't want to see you in a Ferrari or a Merc or whatever it is. Just get in the fucking ring and wrestle. Leave your car in the car park where it's supposed to be. It don't make you any good. Don't make you any better. So anyway, we're moving on now to Evans and Lynch. I thought that looked quite good. That Evans, Lacey Evans, I think she could be quite good. She's got the voice for it. She can deliver it on the mic, and she is quite talented. She looks quite good. Becky Lynch is just outstanding. She's just an absolute outstanding referee. Don't take this the wrong way. If she was a man wrestler, I know she is the man, but if she was a man, she'd be up there. She's absolutely brilliant. I can't say enough about Becky Lynch. She's come through. She's rose to the top. Becky 2 belts as it was. That was a fine reward for her at WrestleMania to have them both belts. But then we had after she beat Lynch, Evans. Out came Charlotte, and I like Charlotte Flair. She has got the characteristics of a dad, the mannerisms of a dad, and all that, which is good. But she's got a weird body, isn't she? She's straight, and I don't know. She's got no hips at all. She's got no childbearing hips or anything, has she? And now she's had the fake tits put on. I don't know, but I do like her. She is a good wrestler. She delivers a brilliant moonsault, and she is good. And she's another one that gives all. I cannot fault the dedication and the determination or whatever Charlotte Flair does. She is a classical wrestler, and her and Becky last night were great. And you know, even after Becky had been fighting for 15-20 minutes, she comes out and Becky Lynch does a dog, and I can understand why they took the belt off her, because obviously they didn't want Bayley to have to beat oh God, I can't remember her name, Becky Lynch, so that's why they've done it. I'm not a fan of this thing where you're cashing it in straight away. Bayley could have had that briefcase for a good 6 months and then cashed it in, built up the tension, built up a rivalry, built up something with somebody else, and then just took it. To do it on the first night, I don't know, it seems a bit, you know, seems a bit harsh. They should have let Becky keep the money. Then that means Becky's working 2 nights, isn't it, in a row, and I suppose the toll tax on. Right, so moving on now to Elias. Walk with Elias and Roman. I couldn't see the point of that last night. I just thought, what a complete waste of fucking time that was. It was almost as if they just put Roman on and put him there. And I can't understand this with Elias either. He's another talented wrestler. He's got the gift of the gab. He's very much like The Rock. I know he sits there and he does all that and he shut your mouth and all that, but he's got something that the crowd can relate to. Even if they don't like him, they're gonna, what's WWE stand for? And they all chant it, even though he's a heel. So I can't work this out. Do something with Elias, or let him go to AEW, because he's going to be another one that's going to get swallowed up with all this shit. I don't know what the WWE are going to do when all these old wrestlers have retired. When Matt and Jeff Hardy have gone and Rey Mysterio's gone, and then they suddenly wake up and realise that Brock's a complete arsehole. What are they going to do? Bring The Rock back again? Or are they going to pay Stone Cold Mills? I mean, Goldberg's at the bloody Saudi event, isn't it? We don't need them. It's just, mind you, the thing is, they need Brock because obviously Saudi are paying Vince McMahon a stupid amount of money to host these events out there, and they want these wrestlers. And Vince hasn't got any control. Vince thinks he's hard. Vince thinks he's the man, but he's not, because he's too busy being controlled by the green monster, which is the fucking dollar. So Seth and AJ, I've watched that on this thing again, and it looked another classic match. The pair of them just do so much for the company. AJ, he is phenomenal. He is, the things he does, the way he flies. I don't like the Clash of Styles. He's injured a few people with that. You're looking and you're going, oh God, not the Clash of Styles and all that. But he is just a classic wrestler. And Seth with his curb stomp. I don't like that buckle thing when he runs and throws him into the buckle. I mean, he nearly fucking killed Sting, didn't he, when he screwed that up. Because I don't think he's got the power. Mind, I suppose when he was lifting AJ's a bit smaller than Sting, isn't it? But you can't say any more about them pair. It's just another good match, and the lads are good. They give all for it. They give all, and then they don't bring somebody like Brock fucking Lesnar back. Kofi and Kevin Owens, another good fight, another good match. This is what I'm saying. You've got Kevin Owens coming through, and he's just an outstanding wrestler for a fat lad, right? For a fat lad, he can't half move. I don't understand a man with that belly can do what he does. He is just outstanding. I like Kevin Owens, and he's the classic heel. He doesn't care what he says. He doesn't give a fuck what he says to fans, and that's what you want. You want people like him. There's a heel like Kevin Owens who talks and acts the way a bad lad should be, and then you've got Brock who comes in, who's not a heel. I don't consider Brock as a heel. I just consider him a fucking pain in the arse. That I do. He's just a waste. He just takes the money and he runs. He don't even fight. He didn't even fight. So anyway, yeah. Kevin Owens and the Kofi. Kofi gives all. Kofi's been around for years and years and years, and hopefully he'll still be around doing his little acrobatics tricks. But I personally think, well, with Kevin Owens, he could be the new Stone Cold. We need somebody who, basically, Stone Cold used to come in and he used to badmouth everybody, and he couldn't give a fuck who he were fighting, he couldn't give a fuck who he were doing it to or anything. And that's what we need. We need a bloke like that, and Kevin Owens fits that thing. The problem is you don't want a copycat Steve Stone Cold, but you do need somebody in that mould. And Owens is the best one. I think Owens could be, I know he does the stunner, but I think Owens could be the one. And I think if given the chance and the right material, Kevin Owens could just own the WWE. Well, not own it, but he could, he could be up there. I mean, at the time you had Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind, and they all owned a little part of the wrestling, didn't they? And all that, but we've got nobody in that. We've got nobody in the WWE who is a leader. Nobody who is a leader, as I see it. Nobody. So we went on to the actual Money in the Bank thing, and you've got the lads. You've got Ricochet and Ali and Randy, and they're all doing everything, isn't they? They're putting the bodies on the line. They're landing on ladders. Finn Balor, how many times did he get dropped on ladders? The things that lad did do. You see, there's another one. I know Finn's a bit older now. How old's Finn? Is he about 34, 35? But he's only really a fresh one in the WWE. And another one that just seems, alright, I know he's got the IC belt and all that kind of thing, but he's just being overlooked all the fucking time. They're just using and abusing these lads, and they're not giving them a fair chance and a fair crack of the whip. So the one good thing I was happy about, though, is that Zayn was pulled out of it. I can't understand this thing with Braun Strowman, where Braun Strowman, right, is brilliant. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's good on the mic. They're saying that they've pulled him out the Money in the Bank. Some are saying because he was injured. Yeah, he was quite happy to run around on the fucking the next night and then like lose his thing to Sami Zayn. Some say there was other reasons. He's got heat from other wrestlers. Some are saying that he botched a few moves in the WrestleMania. But the thing is, what they're asking Braun Strowman to do is be some kind of Superman. They want him to do stupid things all the while. They want him to try and be quick and fast. And he can't do it all. He can't do what they want him to do, and sometimes without screwing up. Apparently he caught a few wrestlers and he misconnected and all that. It's going to fucking happen. But if they're quite happy to use him, isn't they? They're quite happy to make him turn ambulances over. They're quite happy to make him rip car doors off, make out his superhuman strength. And then all of a sudden they just use him and abuse him, and they just like use him as a jobber or something, and it's not on. And I tell you what, if they don't sort it out, I hope he goes to AEW. I am so looking forward to AEW coming up. I am so looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that it really gives Vince a cock up the arse and wakes him up, because Vince is just ruining the WWE. I mean, we've got Raw tonight, it's after a pay-per-view, and I'm thinking, I ain't really bothered. I really ain't bothered about watching it because they've got fucking Brock Lesnar back in it. Now, if you've obviously seen this, if not, you're just watching this for the spoilers and if it's worth watching. So you spend like 25 minutes of the lads, Orton and Finn Balor and Corbin and Drew, and they're all knocking the shit out of each other, throwing each other on ladders, falling off ladders, nearly getting the case. Then all of a sudden Brock's music hits, he comes down, does a bit of this, climbs up the ladder, and he's got the case. What a fucking waste of time that were. And he's probably been given God knows how many hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. So while everybody else is like risking injury, careers and everything, he's sitting in the back with his feet up, hands down his pants, playing with his fucking bollocks, and then just comes out and takes the case as if he's some kind of fucking human wrecking machine. And he's not. He's just fucking... How old is Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar, let's have a look. Brock Lesnar. Right. Brock Lesnar. He is 41. 41. So he's another one that's, you know, we don't need him. The WWE just does not need him. He's just, to think, right, that Finn Balor, right, did all that last night. He's been thrown on ladders, he's been thrown off ladders, he's been thrown out the ring, he's been thrown all over the fucking place. You got Drew McIntyre kicking every fucker's head off and then getting a ladder around the back of the head. It is absolutely amazing. And then for Brock just to waltz in, I'll take that because it's in the script. Why do these lads put up with it? Why do these lads put up with this? I honestly don't understand it. I don't understand. Well, I tell you what, I'm fucking done with it. I am absolutely fed up with the WWE. There's two glimmer of hopes, right, that make me want to watch. There's a couple. There's a few that make me just want to stay and keep interested in the WWE. I like Seth Rollins. I like Kevin Owens. And I like Bray Wyatt. And I think this new Firefly Funhouse thing with Bray Wyatt, this is what I was saying. You know when you got like Triple H, you had The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, them at the top. I think you could actually have Owen, Bray. You see, Drew McIntyre's he's been away and he's come back and he's got it. And I think these are the kind of blokes that we need. We need leaders in the dressing rooms. I'm not in a dressing room. I've never fucking been in a dressing room in my life like that kind of thing. But they're what we need. That's what the WWE needs. You need to let these blokes be creative and all that. And but if they don't, Brock and Vince have killed the WWE. Because while Brock is running around with a belt, I ain't fucking interested. I really am not interested. I really couldn't care less. It was almost when they brought back Batista and they put him in wrestle when he won. Did he win Money in the Bank or something? King of the Ring. He won King of the Ring, didn't he? I mean, whose bright idea was that? So, well, there you have me, folks. Folks, on my opinion on the WWE. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want me to do more, I will do more. But the WWE is just shit. It is so disappointing from what it used to be, and I don't know whether it's all this PG shit. I don't know. Vince makes out he's the man, and he ain't the man anymore. He's basically, Vince has just got to pack his Zimmer frame off and fuck off and let Triple H and Shane run it, because Vince will kill it. All Vince's hard work will just kill the WWE, because they must be losing viewing figures. They must be. And when AEW comes out, I mean, I hope that Luke Harper, I hope he's there, and I hope in a way that they wreck Braun Strowman and he fucks off as well, because it's just shit, absolutely shit. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll chat to you later.